Yeah.
Knowing what makes them tick. And obviously you've got the elite players in your squad.
Yeah.
How do you go about putting them in? And we did talk about it before about the passion and the pride that you put into them.
Yeah.
But do you get close to your players at all, or do you just?
I do get close, and probably more the senior players, the core guys, because I'm liaising with them a little bit more. Probably get a bit closer to them, but not so much socially. I mean, I'll have the odd beer with the boys and that, and I like watching them having fun, you know. So maybe I'm just a voyeur at the moment. I don't know. But it's I enjoy seeing the boys happy, and but I'm not so much a part of it. I'm just sort of on the outside. But with all the other teams I've had, I've got real close with a lot of them, and still are. And that, I think that'll end up evolving over time too. I don't see anything wrong with getting close to the players. I mean, it means that they, you know, as long as we all trust each other and we earn that trust and we've got respect for one another, I can't see a problem.
We touched on it before, and I just want to get your opinion, because you're in touch with these guys all the time. The Polynesian player, they're fine athletes and they're the backbone of your side. So how do you treat them, and how do you find them as athletes?
I just treat Polynesian people the same as I treat anybody else. Just treat everyone the same. I think more importantly than looking at skin colour, I think you need to look at the type of culture or what type of family the player comes from. You know, whether he's white or black, he may come from a family where it's very strict and very strict father, and he might close up, and he's somebody you have to work a lot harder with to get some feedback and dialogue going. Whereas another player might come from a family that's very open, they have a lot of responsibility in their family, and you find that those type of players fit into the team a lot better. So I think you've really got to look at where they come from. Yeah.
They're fine athletes, aren't they?
Oh, there's a lot of fine athletes out there. Yeah. You know, our boys and our team is all Polynesian. Very humble people. They enjoy the physical part of the game. So that's good. We promote that. It works for test matches, and you know, I think we're developing a closer relationship, our team, and I think we'll be closer this year than what we were last year.
We'll just move on and talk about communication on the field and off the field.
Communication. If you want success, get your communication right, or if you do jag a success, it ain't going to be for long.
Just back to those four main positions, particularly the communication between the 9, 7, 6 and 1. 9, 7, 6 and 1. I keep going back to them because they're so important. But
yeah.
The communication, say, from the 9 to the 7.
Yeah.
Do you work on that much at all with your 9 and 7?
Well,
your 9 to 7 and 6?
Yeah, in rep football, I mean, we're lucky we've got you get the best of those positions, so they just naturally do it anyway. I mean, it's nothing that as a coach I've had to address at all. Not in the Kiwi team. That they're all fine. We'll throw our one up behind the 9 a bit to tip them when there's good times to run, when there's lazy markers. You know, 7's constantly, he's talking to 9, and you know they'll just alert each other to perhaps if there's opportunities on or things like that. But they do all that themselves.
And with that, the fact that you've got players that play in their club football, so there's a communication already there, isn't it?
Yeah, some of them play together, and that helped a lot. I mean, with Brent Webb, with Stacey Jones, and they do the same sort of front door, back door play, and it's comfortable. It gives us a bit of variety, and it's something they're used to doing. So yeah, your 1, 6, 7, 9. I mean, you got to promote and give them the ownership to do things. And you know, they're running the show when they're out there. But I think all the boys have got a bit. they've got to feel comfortable that they can contribute to decision making in that as well.
The way they play the game now, left side and right side, do you have different like leaders in those groups at all, or talkers in those left and right side players?
Yeah, you pretty well pick your team so that it ends up that way. Like last year we'd have Stacey Jones out the left, with Nigel Bugginer out the right. Sort of core group players, like you've got the Tupies out on the left, you've got Kidwell on the right, middle you've got the Asatasis and Wickies, and so yeah, they've got their little roles, and from kick chase captains to being, you know, leading the yardage, like making sure when we come out our own end, we really work hard on play 1, 2, 3 to initiate that momentum. We're a side that doesn't kick long. We don't have long kickers for Kiwis, so it's really important for us to get to the 50 so that we can, you know, get a chance to be able to apply some pressure ourselves. So you know, like I think everyone gets a role, and then they're all, you know, everyone understands what's going on.
The fact you don't kick so long, does that mean you make an emphasis that your chasers are rolling the ball too?
Yeah, well, if you don't kick long, well, you've got to get to the 50. If you're going to kick from inside your 30 or 40, and you can't kick long, well, then your first tackle's probably going to be on your opponent's 40, and then, you know, you slowly but surely drown. And so, you know, the effort made to get your yardage good has got to be paramount, and because you understand that your kicker isn't a long kicker. But, you know, I mean, there's positives on other steps. You know, like if he ain't a long kicker, he's possibly going to be a better short kicker than most anyway. So
all coaches have the same problem, I guess. You just can't do it all yourself. So what part does your support staff play for you? Do you select your own staff? Do you pick the guys that you want to be there to help you?
Yeah, I had a fair say on most of the staff, and I'm really proud to say that our staff is a really spot on, you know, good team, right through medical, through management, and coaching. We all get on very, very well. We have our meetings ourselves. We have a lot of trust in each other. Everyone just knows to do their role, and the players trust that we're doing. They could see good things happening behind the scenes. Everything was right. Everything was prepared. They, you know, it worked really good, but it's up to us to try and keep searching and improving and looking at better ways that we can help the players so that the players can be the best they want to be.
Are they guys that you picked out the club competition over there from New Zealand, or are they? Yeah,
they come through systems. They, you know, management systems. Physiotherapists come through a system. So they've gone through, you know, New Zealand A, and then, you know, up to the Kiwi. So they've been nursed along and have earned their rights to be there. And I guess when you've had to work your way up levels, you respect, and you respect your position a bit more, and you know you've got to be prepared. You know you've got to be spot on and do things right.
How much latitude can they take sessions? Do they do run sessions themselves, or is it always you that are doing it, or do you allow your staff to do the sessions? When
we were in England, we had an England game where Kiwis played England. Well, Graham Norton, who's our technical advisor, was like the assistant coach, and I let him run the whole week, and he ran that game. You know, because I know myself, I've been assistant coaching before, and it can be, you know, it can be a hell of a job sometimes, because, you know, obviously you'll have things that you would rather like to do, but you can't because you're assistant. You've got to go with what the head coach says. Although having said that, we're very close in our philosophies. We're on the same line, but the chance for him to sink his teeth in and do it, and Graham did a great job. We won the game, And after the game, he says, "Oh, thanks for that, Bluey. That was really good." So I think it is very important that you share out the responsibilities so that everybody, they have a feeling of accomplishment, and that, you nurture that feeling of accomplishment in your management, that they're feeling good, and you give them plugs and say, "Hey,